Hello and welcome to the Critically Curious. I'm the Monk, and today we are back in Empire Sin, and we've got a big episode for you guys because today we're going to take on a safe house. Now, in the last episode, we took on a lot of people. It weren't pretty, but we got the job done. And I said that we would be taking on a safe house in the next episode, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing. This is Daniel McGee Jackson's safe house. And you know what, guys? I'm looking forward to this one because this is going to be another boss taken out. This is going to be one of the best bosses in the game taken out. Now, we know that he's going to be tricky. We know that he's got a very good weapon that we need to be a little bit scared of. But I think we got a good crew. And you know what? I'm going to hire a couple more people as well. And hopefully we're going to have a damn good episode. Now, fingers crossed, this ends up being a completely clean episode. Now, it's very rare that we have an episode in the Impossible playthrough that we don't have someone die. It's been a running theme that every single episode somebody dies, and we've gone through an awful lot of gangsters. But in this episode, you know what? I'm feeling positive. I think we're going to do well. We're still sticking with our rules. Our rules are very, very important. This is called the Impossible playthrough after all.
All right.
And it is so for a reason, because we are not allowed to use healing items while in combat. We are not allowed to use guns at all. We can only use our melee weapons. And we also can't use our boss. He is where he has been since very, very early on in the playthrough. He is stuck behind a desk. So we are only using the gangsters that we can hire. Now, fingers crossed, we can complete this series. It's looking rather doubtful because we've gone through so many gangsters that it's hard to believe we're going to have enough left to actually complete the playthrough. But here we are. Episode 23, we are going to give it a go. And of course, we do have the cleaner now, which, if you ask me, is a pretty cool gangster. Now, in this playthrough, he may not be the best, but I like him. He has hair trigger. He has nothing to be able to use on hair trigger, but he does have hair trigger, which is a bloody useful trait. We got Baby Monks back, and we also got Bruno back as well. So I think things are looking up. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the playthrough, though. This is probably going to be the last playthrough we do on the channel, at least for a while. Now, I do say this all the time, but unfortunately, it is what it is. So we are going to use a Bull Rush. Now, we are going to hit our own person, but we do get to hit a good few for doing so anyway. Try and get this battle over and done with as quick as possible.
Understood.
You gotta love Dottie with that knife that she has. It's got to be the best melee weapon in the game. It deals poison, and of course it deals bleed damage as well. 100% guaranteed. That is the Widowmaker. Bloody good weapon. And of course, Dottie being a high tier gangster, or being a top tier gangster, it just works very, very well.
Done.
Take another person out. They bleed, which is cool, and that means it is Diana's turn, and she should be able to finish off
I'm on it.
who we have left. There we go. That is a fight done.
Good. That's right.
37 days? Oh, Diana, why would you do that? That's my fault. That was Dottie running straight into her. What did I do? 37 days. We are going to have to hire ourselves another medic. I believe there's only one more medic left in the game, so that absolutely sucks. I can't believe we just done that to Dottie. Not to Dottie, to Diana. There she is, 37 days. Well, let's fire her. We do not need her anymore. And I guess we're going to hire Natalie. Natalie Warren, I believe she was actually meant to be marked after Brenda Romero or one of the relatives of the Romero family, so it's kind of cool. Set them up with some weapons and of course the body armor as well. Now, we may have killed an awful lot of gangsters, but we do have some of the best gangsters in the game. Bruno, Baby Monks, The Cleaner. Now we've got Natalie. I think we're doing pretty cool. And of course, we've got Rachel as well. I did forget about Rachel. Just trying to see who else we should hire. Now, Frank isn't bad. Frank used to have Frank's typewriter. Obviously, that got taken off him. It used to be a mission you could get with Frank in order to get it. Frank is a decent guy though. He does of course have the old throwing knife and of course the throwing axe. I do quite like the con artist for that reason, especially for the current playthrough that we're doing. Make sure he doesn't have any weapons on him, no ammo on him. See if we got any spare melee weapons. My god, that is a scary amount of gangsters that have died. And I think she's another con artist. We can at least get her knife unlocked, so that works out well. Doesn't have the best health, but that's okay. She's also one of the low tier gangsters, but again, it doesn't matter. What we want is numbers, right? Because we're going to go into a safe house. We haven't taken on any of the rackets as promised. I did say in the last episode we weren't going to take on any more rackets. We're just going to go straight for this safe house and get it over and done with. But I feel like we needed numbers. So we're going in with 8 gangsters. Which is one more than the last big fight we just did, because we did just do a big fight. I think we're up against 27, which was a huge number, and we had 7 for that. It was tough, we're not going to lie. It was rather tough, but we have got 8 going into this boss fight. And of course, the one good thing about safe houses, depending on the safe house we get, we should be able to control the battlefield. Just going to set Baby Monks up. He is an enforcer and we're going to need bullet shield. I would like a couple of the enforcers with bullet shield to be fair. So I feel like Dottie we're going to leave with Bull Rush.
I'm going.
Apparently, we accepted a sit down, which is problematic because I don't remember actually accepting that. So let's go see if we can pick a fight real quick so we can attack that safe house. No, we can't attack or target any of these guys, but using something like the crow's feet, it did let us actually target them, or at least target the area in which, you know, the enemy was. So we could break the truce that way.
Understood.
We have had this before. Who can we target? Can Frank get his first kill today? Now, on the channel, I did actually recently run a poll saying or asking what the best gangster game they have ever played was. And you know what? It was rather interesting because on that list, I put none other than the GOAT Mafia. I also put Godfather. I put Godfather 5 Families. I put Empire of Sin, of course, and I also put Scarface. Let me know down in the comments if you know any other gangster games that perhaps deserve to be on this list that I didn't put on the list. Okay. But yeah, so I've run this poll and 350 people have voted within it. And do you know something that I found quite interesting? 14% actually chose Empire of Sin. So if you was one of those 14%, well done to you guys. I really appreciate that. I think Empire of Sin is a great game. I really do. Actually, for the best gangster game, I don't know if it would have received my vote, which is controversial. I know. I think Mafia would have probably received my vote. Mafia was an amazing game. It's kind of like watching a movie the whole way through. So it's one of those. And Scarface is a massively underrated game. I don't think enough people ever really spoke about Scarface. That was a great little game. And then you've got Godfather. Godfather was ahead of its time, in my opinion. What a great, open world game that was. But okie dokie, guys, let me know down in the comments how you think this safe house battle is going to go. Now, we're going to make sure we put on our bullet shield before going in. We're going to need it. Let's have a look, see how we're doing. There's the man himself. And we are up against 30. Oh my god, that is a lot. Okie dokie, so we have got our 8 up against 30. And we're in perhaps one of the worst safe houses we could be in. Now, we do have the benefit of the left-hand side of this. I have a feeling that if we stay on the right-hand side, everyone is going to die extremely quickly. We do not have ranged weapons. We only have melee weapons, which means we have to get close and personal. This is a huge problem. This safe house is a huge problem. The fact we're going to be up against 30 guards is a huge problem. And then, of course, you've got Daniel Jackson, you've got the gangster, you've got the underboss. So we're going to have to play this fight a little bit strategic. I feel like we're going to pop everyone on the left-hand side, allow them to get a little bit close to us and try and pick off some gangsters as and when they come in. Now, my biggest problem is that when it comes to safe houses, I do like to control the entrance. I always say that I feel that like a safe house is easier to take than a depot because there's only one entrance, so all the reinforcements are coming in from one angle. Our problem is that I'm not going to be able to throw these crow feet down, because if I throw them down, any gangster I leave by that door is gonna get annihilated, which is extremely problematic. But yeah, getting back to the community post that I posted about the best gangster game you have ever played, it was actually Mafia that won that vote with over 50% of all the votes. Remember, 350 people actually voted there, so it's totally deserved. Mafia is a phenomenal game. I actually think that Mafia 2 is a better game than Mafia. Obviously, that wasn't included in the list, so it is what it is. But yeah, I can totally see why people voted for Mafia. Interestingly enough, only 1% of people voted for Godfather 5 Families. I'd be very interested to know who voted for Godfather 5 Families, why they voted for it, because that was a game that I played extensively with a few friends, made lifelong friends because of that game, but it was like a PC text-based game. It was very old, not a friendly game, so I'd be very interested to know anyone that voted for that game, and if they knew me back then, because I went by the monk back then as well. And it was a fabulous game, really enjoyed it, miss those days. But only 1% of people did it, so yeah, very interesting. I actually didn't vote myself, so I wasn't one of the 3 possible people that did vote.
Hey, you want to bump these guys off?
Oh, Sucker Punch worked fine there. Well done, Frank. So I was hoping Sucker Punch would work, because what it does obviously is knocks out the opponent. Now, we've had issues with knocking people out beforehand, But when it comes to Daniel McGee Jackson, he is someone that I want to be able to get close to with a lot of people, rather than just, one or two people. I want to be able to kill him. Right now, I've eliminated him from the board for a couple of turns, so that's kind of cushy for me.
Kill him.
Baby Monk sustained a little bit too much damage there. And again, he is being targeted. What can Bruno do?
Gotcha.
Okay. He done a little bit of damage. Not enough, but a little bit. One of the problems with a sledgehammer, I find, is the stagger, is the push pack effect that they have. Yeah, it's not something that you can necessarily bank on. So that's kind of annoying.
Watch out!
I would have probably kept the guard where he was rather than moving him across the room.
Yep. I knew it.
There we go. We got one person down.
Something.
Those reinforcements are coming in.
Assholes.
Frank is taking some heavy damage. And Frank is down. Frank is down. I've literally just hired him and he is down. Now, if Frank dies, it's really not a big deal. He done his job. He came in and he smacked Daniel McGee Jackson out cold, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so if he dies, he dies. And Doc doesn't have to go very far. I feel like Bullet Shield's going to be more useful than me actually taking that kill there.
Need something?
Bullet Shield protects multiple people, so...
Done.
Another little bit of damage. Now they've got a lot of turns coming up. A lot of turns. It's quite funny because I did actually have Praggers from Praggers Gaming comment, let me know, telling me that I make this look far too easy. Well, Mr. Praggers, let me know if I'm making it look easy now, because right now I'm a little bit worried about just how many turns they have left. Oosh, that was a big hit. Dotty, Dotty, what's happening? What can we do? Now, Dotty can take someone out, pretty much guaranteed, but it's about making sure she's actually in the right place. So I brought her with the other guys just so that way they can all work from a single hub. Maybe I should have taken someone out. Might not have done much damage, but it did inflict bleed.
Need something.
Gonna bust you up.
Damn it.
All right.
So she's done a good bit of damage, and of course she's still at max health, which is a good thing. We've also got the cleaner looking quite clean.
Kill him.
Still got 3 turns before I get one. Oh, they are piling in.
I'm on it. Ow.
39 damage. It's not great. Let's see, as they're all piling in, maybe we could pop down some crow's feet. It's not exactly going where I want it to. More reinforcements. Those reinforcements are bloody scary. There's so many of them coming in now. See if we can do some damage.
I'm on it.
Knock back. Only 47 damage as well. It's really disappointing, especially from a top tier gangster. Baby Monks will be able to get a little bit of health boost here. Oh, no, he won't. That's disappointing. Didn't actually kill the gangster, so he doesn't get any health. Really disappointing that, actually.
That's as good as a KO.
Go on, Bruno. Do your job. Nice. Well done, man. 88 damage. That works for me.
All right.
Another one down. Dotty's still 100%. It looks like Daniel McGee Jackson is back up. Back up and in the fight. Took him a while.
Going down.
Oh, marked target. Now that could be quite useful.
I am on it.
See what kind of damage we do. 45. Okay, it's a start. He has a decent health pool, so it's a start.
Indeed.
Try and take somebody out. Ah, disappointing that. Real disappointing.
You
Got a little bit of health boost there.
You're gonna pay.
Oh, they done huge damage.
Ain't got no chance.
Bruno's turn. DMG, here we go.
Gotcha.
48. Crow's feet doing their jobs.
Take him down.
On my way.
Shit!
Well, it definitely wasn't a kill, but we are chipping away at those health bars. Now, Natalie is bleeding, which really isn't good. Another marked target. That's because of the old hair trigger. And we have a second gangster down right now, guys. Again, we have just hired her, so it's not a huge loss. But another gangster down is another gangster dead. Oh, God. Frank is dead, guys. Frank is dead. See, this is what happens when you hire mercenaries. They can't even last for a single mission. Terrible. Can't get a staff these days. Just can't get a staff.
Something.
And there are more reinforcements, guys. This is not looking good. I'm actually starting to get a little bit worried about this. We got 2 down. And there's still a lot of time to go. Healers. The bane of my playthrough. Okay, what can the secret weapon do? What can we do? I reckon that looks like a good go. Didn't die, but is bleeding, is poisoned.
All right.
Cleaner got himself a kill. 108 damage there. Absolutely massive. What can we do?
Got it.
Nice. Got a kill. And she got herself a nickname. Kind of feel like a health boost would be nice for baby monks, but doing some damage where it's actually useful would also be good.
Understood.
I ran into an Overwatch. Problematic that, but we still done some damage. Now all we need is a little bit of luck on our side. That's what we need. Bruno.
Kill him. What?
Now luckily those crow feet are still trying to do their job. Natalie's down now too.
Taking out the trash.
Now, I've got to be honest, guys, I'm a bit surprised that Natalie got downed as well. I mean, I've literally just hired her. She's one of the best medics in the game. I understand this is a tough fight, but I've gone wrong somewhere. Let's see if we can put these crow's feet down again.
Wipe 'em out.
More inbound. Oh, and now the cleaner's gone down too. We're going to have to start taking a little bit of an idea about what's happening because, well, Daniel Jackson is dead. So that is one good thing. Now, the problem is we are dropping like flies right now. We have got Natalie down. We have got the cleaner down. We've already lost Frank. And Baby Monks is not looking pretty right now. The problem with Monks right now is that he is covered in Overwatch. Not only is he covered in Overwatch,
You got it.
but it's not going to be his turn for a while. Oh dear. I was thinking even if I was to delay his turn, he was going to get tagged. We were just hoping that Overwatch would miss, and it didn't. So now Baby Monks is down too. And now Rachel's down. Oh my god. We have 2 gangsters remaining, guys. And there is an awful lot of guards left. So we have Bruno. And we have Dottie. And that is that. I got a plan. It's unconventional. I've mentioned it before. I don't think I've ever actually shown it on the channel before. I think we're going to leave, guys. I think we're going to leave the battle, flee the battle. The boss is dead. Now, if we leave, the boss will die. As in, it's done. He's dead. So all of his little precincts, all of his little territory is going to go regardless right now, which is cushy. The problem is we've actually got to bloody leave. There is a slight problem. If we leave, every single gangster that is on the floor dying will be dead. So that's problematic. It's definitely not ideal. We went in with 8. We have 2 left. Now, Dottie, luckily, is already close to the door. So, in theory, she's out now. There we go. Escape combat. Yes, please. There we go. So, we have escaped with 1. And we have left poor Bruno in there all on his lonesome. Hey, it's not going to be his turn for a little minute. And they know what we're doing. Look at them. Look at them guarding that door. Oh dear. Bruno has debuffs. There's still 4 more turns. He's reloading. Overwatch again. Oh, 40 crit damage. That is not what we needed.
Hello, idiots.
Well, guys, we are slowed right now, so even if we wanted to run for the door, we couldn't. I've gone for shield buff, but it is not going to make a difference. Bruno is dead. I don't think there's any way back for him, unfortunately, guys. But on the plus side, we said we were going to take out Daniel McGee Jackson. We've taken out Daniel Jackson. And if we're looking for a silver lining, I've got two for you. Firstly, Dottie. Dottie Bacon made it out. The best gangster in the game, the highest health bar that we have. The girl's absolutely amazing. Got the best armor, got the best weapon. We're sitting pretty with Dottie. Silver lining number two. Our wage bill is looking, or will look, hella good. Because we've hired no gangsters because they've all died. There we go. Bruno is dead. Guys, I don't know whether to call this episode a success or the biggest failure we have ever had on the channel before. We have got 7, count them, 7 gangsters killed. That's crazy. That is a lot of gangsters. I mean, we've won the war. But there we go. Natalie is dead. Marlena is dead. Baby Monks is dead. Rachel's dead. Our fixer. The cleaner is dead. Jackson is also dead. I don't know what to say, guys, but that is that. One hell of an episode. We have suffered huge here. Huge losses. I don't know what to say to you, but there's not too many more gangsters left to hire. Join me in the next episode to see the kind of team that I'm going to put together or be able to put together. All I can say is Diana is recovering. So you're going to join me when Diana is fully recovered. And we'll see what's happened after that. As you can see, we are in the green, 25k per week from that. So that's a good thing. But guys, until next time, I've been a monk, we've been Inquisitor Kudos. I'll see you in the next video real soon. Until then, take it easy and happy gaming.